What it do? What it do? She's gonna regret not picking you, but regret picking him. So fellas, this video is all about the grass is definitely not greener on the other side. Do not listen if she's trying to tell you this guy, that other guy is it. I moved on, or better yet, don't. With those pictures, don't believe the pictures. Don't believe even the smiley faces that she's putting up a front like she's happy for real. So fellas, give this video a big thumbs up, but I pretty much summed up what this video is gonna be about. It's gonna fall back down to her and this other dude, and it could be actually plenty, right? It could be she picked him, then went to that guy, then went back to you. But her and this other dude, or these other guys, or that experience that she had, it's not it, and you are it. And yet, no contact, all that ghosting, all that stuff, you guys should already be applying it, but knowing that your worth is there, you're valuable, all the stuff that you had before, especially if she liked that stuff, is all important stuff and reasons why you are the first and only pick. What a lot of fellas don't get out here is that when it comes down to women, not when they hit the wall, but before, actually, a lot of times things catch up to them. So yes, we know with age, as women actually increase in age, they are not really gonna be the first pick for sure, but basically they will hit the wall. We know this. Now, beauty and all that stuff, it's not really to say beauty phase, but we just know how it could go with females, and then yet how they move is that, and this is why it's important what I just said, to prove this point of they move that it doesn't matter if they hit the wall. It doesn't matter if that age comes. It doesn't matter if things catch up to them until it catches up to them. So when I say it catches up to them, it could be her wanting to be trying that next rich guy, her in her hypergamous stage, so strong, right? She needs to date up. She needs to date up from that guy that she's currently dating up already with. You get what I'm saying? So when we fall back into, some females want to go experience. Some females want to be with plenty, or think that you're not going to do it, this other guy will do it. But yet, when the grass is not green on the other side, a lot of times what happens is that the guys that females actually want, they don't actually want them. Now, we got to just fall back to, maybe there's issues with y'all, right? You fellas might have to work with your work on your emotions, stop being a simp, all that stuff. But yet with her, she has damages as well. She has a lot of maybe trauma, a lot of voice that she needs to fill, right? So when we talk about, she goes and deals with other guys. She wants this high value guy that makes this much and is this tall, and we know how it goes. We know how it goes. And all these other requirements I don't want to get into, but you know, it's a whole long list. So when we say, or she says, right, she needs all this stuff from you, and she goes and gets it from that dude, you guys think that high value dude is accepting or wanting that attitude that comes with her, that void that she always feels, and the way she feels is by maybe getting validation in this way. Every time this happens, she has to go and run and do this. Maybe make a post, maybe put something on, maybe take something on, put less on. Maybe go run to her girl and complain about you. There's so many things, but you see, this is falling back into, and y'all probably kind of got the vibe, but women being emotional by nature. And fellas, if you want to talk about any situation that's going on in your life, if she is emotional by nature in your life, and she should be, it's falling back into that in her feelings, what she's going through, right? But if you want to know how to deal with her, what's going on with her emotions, all that stuff, you guys can do it with consultations. But that link, book it through that link by clicking it down below. All right, so let's go ahead and get right back to how you being that guy, excellent type of guy, you now have her come back to you, and now we're fast forwarding, I'll go back in a second, but you now have her come back to you, and she's feeling like, okay, you know what, I did go experience, or you know what, and this is how some females with their ego and pride could get the best of them. She'll say, you know what, well, I can still get a guy to do this, or you know what, I just want your company for now, or I can see you if I want to. Some females will come with attitudes, or some females will be so, we can say, disrespectful to the point of they act like you should honor them. You should appreciate them. You should be the one that feels lucky that I'm back in your presence. Yes, and it's that strong. So let's just backtrack to how she'll go experience, she'll do this and all these types of things. But when it catches up to her, or let's say it gets the best of her, she's tired of it. She needs you. She wants you. Now, it's not that she's just running back to you, but a female can get even to a happy stage or not even wanting a guy, but yet realizes the best guy for her was you. So just back to the guys that she wants, or certain guys that are high value out here will not deal with her stuff. There's a lot of stuff that women have to personally work on. So when we don't talk about like how women have too much of this, they do too much of that. When we don't talk about all these reasons why it happens, we become ignorant to why women are like that, right? So I'm saying you fellas have to bring that attention to yourself. So when she's always talking about, you don't love me, and yeah, you made it so clear, you've done all that you can, you have to take that as in maybe it's a sign, maybe it's a red flag, maybe it's that she doesn't know how to be loved, she doesn't know what love is, she doesn't feel love. It could be her past, trauma. It could be maybe not having her father, or it could be maybe that dude really, disappointed her, broke her heart, shattered it. Yes, I want to keep going. But you see, it could be, and don't mind the noise in the background if y'all can hear it, but it could be so many different reasons why she is the way she is. But now back to the ego and pride that so many women have and how they need to humble themselves. They still think so highly of themselves. Yet the baggage that they have or what they can't bring to the table, they still will say, I am the table. So yeah, a lot of females will dismiss the baggage that they really have. A lot of females will dismiss the facts that they have a nasty attitude. They have to work on a whole lot of stuff. They can't bring peace. And yet all these other stuff that we do talk about that falls into women being nurturing, they don't have no interest or they don't care to really try to be doing it. But yet, if that is the case where she does care to, there's still other areas where she still needs healing in. So it could be, once again, maybe feeling like, you truly love her is what she needs, but the healing might be her getting over that ex, or her understanding that, man, my father not being in my life, there was nothing I could do about it. And maybe if she doesn't know how a man should have treated her or what a man should do and all this stuff, that's the next steps of figuring out, learning, growth, developing things. But the problem is that whatever reasons or for what reason she has for the attitude, the type of way that she carries herself, for whatever reason that she has it, she will still think that is good enough, that is legit. She will still use it to back up her behavior of, once again, I could do this. Why not? So when things do catch up to a female, what's really happening is that she can't have things run the way that she thought that, oh man, it will forever. Based on, oh yeah, the past has been, oh, she looked good. Oh yeah, the past has been, she got validation. And I'm not jumping on, oh man, not only is she hitting the wall and stuff, but I'm jumping on, what else does she really bring to the table? When she does talk or deal with guys and, the body count goes up, how much does she really become more or is valuable, So when we fall into, oh yes, she realizes, and this is where maybe it took one guy to really put her in her place, or it could take that experience, but she realizes that I'm not as good as I thought I am. Now, some females won't really or never ever admit to that, but my point is that they feel it. This is why you have a woman chase you after you give her distance, and yes, she went back to that ex that treats her like booty all the time and literally only wants her for. Yeah, you know it. I just said it, right? Give this video a big thumbs up. And fellas, if you don't know about my Patreon, we do talk about a whole lot of wild stuff out there. Things that happen in the streets, outside, everywhere. It could be on the couch. But all different types of talks that can be on YouTube, and also reaction videos and a lot of things that y'all would really, really want to talk about and check out. So do click that link after this video and backtrack. Let's just backtrack. Now you have her picking you once more, right? And it sucks because you aren't a pick, reality is, but she does realize the grass is not green on the other side. And I'm just dismissing when a female finally is about one dude. We're not talking about that right now, right? We're just talking about now she's realizing, man, you are so good and I wish I could get one more chance with him. So backtrack, catching up to you. Never that. It catches up to a woman, and this is where fellas don't understand. Stop trying at all. Y'all are not in a race. Why are you guys racing females? Y'all don't get that. They have a clock. Not only do they have a clock, but yet If they want to do what they got to do and it's going to catch up to them, why do you do more? All you do is probably set yourself back or honestly ruin her chances. So yeah, if I'm saying you could do nothing and she'll go experiment and she'll still realize you haven't changed, you haven't shifted, you haven't did nothing but yet only bettered yourself. What makes her want to do you again, come back to you again, will be right in front of her, will be this you. This is how you are, but you are that pick due to, once again, the reasons of all that stuff that you bring to the table. Now, what makes you valuable makes you valuable. But what I'm trying to say is that a female can't get the same experience that could be really special with that chemistry that you guys had, right? And then also, for some females, when they just think about their feelings, fulfilling their needs, they're just living in that moment. So once more, when it does really catch up to them, it's that, oh, well, you did go to the block and you did ring that doorbell. You went to, we gotta bring up Chad. Like, we gotta say it. You went to Chad's doorbell because you know you miss Mighty Chad, right? She wanted to see him. And then we can't forget about, you guys can comment your names, but let's just do Victor, whatever. But we can't forget about Victor. So she went to the block, dealt with Victor and Chad. Chad first, of course, Victor came. Victor could be just, maybe also like a high value guy. Doesn't really fall into like Alpha, Sigma, not right now. But she went and did all of that. And she just did in that moment to feel better. Maybe she needed to know that Chad would like her, a handsome or a good looking guy, a guy that has this and could be a 10 out of 10 and all this stuff, needs her. Yes, that guy. Yes, the stuttering type of guy. She needs that validation once more, so she runs just to even get him to say hi. Sometimes y'all got to get that validation from men that are high value. Is just as important when you guys get validation from a female that's high value as well, or a female that you like. So I'm just trying to say that stop trying to treat these females like, oh wow, they're so precious. They can get any guy. They'll never tolerate BS. These females deal with so much stuff. They put up with so much stuff, and I try to get y'all to really get it if you didn't get it. But I try to get you to get that. They have inner issues that they deal with. On top of that, well, it kind of starts with that if they dealt with it first. But all that is just a whole ball of, oh man, when it comes back to her. And you can say some females are avoiding this ball, right? And this is baggage. This is hurt. This is bitterness. This is trauma once more. Or this could fall back to, oh, she doesn't want it now, right? I'm young. Or, at this age. Or it doesn't matter. Or, you know what? If guys are going to, doesn't matter. Or, yeah, we know what guys like, so I could do it. Those are the cases. This is how females will still feel so entitled. So, well, if I do look a certain way, you will still like me, or you should still like me. But if I do dress a certain way, this will take what it will take to get the next guy. So if it means putting less on, or something that makes her look really, really attractive in the modern day, that's what she's gonna be doing. But it still catches up to her because she could only do it for so long. So it falls back into y'all getting that females can have it so easy, yes, but a lot of times if it gets bad for them, it's gonna get bad for them really bad eventually. So I'm saying some females can be having it so easy, the pretty privilege, right? They can have that all happening. And then compared to a female that maybe didn't have it as easy, she's just gonna happen to maybe find or deal or pick that guy, or not want to go back to the streets, or it could be whatever it is that she needs to fix. It could be not being stuck on her ex, not being bitter. It could be anything. You just figure out what that female is going through, or what it is that's holding her, or needs self-development. So when we talk about she has basically, and we can say a hold or whatever, when we talk about this female right here compared to this female, it doesn't have such a strong hold on, oh, well, I'm going to go explore everything. She has a strong hold on not wanting to explore everything, but this female doesn't. We have her now actually not be in the streets and actually be with somebody. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean, once again, if she was supposed to be or not. It just means that she's for one guy. There is no picking. There is no other side. So just because this woman, didn't go explore, or didn't have more time in the market, or whatever you want to call it, and I'm just trying to go through this quickly so I can get to the other girl. It just because she didn't do that, it doesn't mean that she's not gonna get the guy that she wants. but it just means that she can't explore, or she won't, or she doesn't, right? So let's just say a pretty girl, she gets validation probably even more. But the two things is that, yes, she gets it more, makes it maybe a little bit harder, or she obviously gets more options. But the second thing is really she takes the opportunity. She decides. Now, this girl that might not look just as good or has less options, she doesn't have as much, so she won't be on the market as long. She doesn't have as much guys wanting her, or validation isn't all the time, or she's okay with the amount of validation, but it doesn't go to her head, so she accepts her guy or whatever. That's just the case, but it's good because she's not out here being for everybody type of vibe, or let's just say she's not hating on men. But yeah, when we have, this girl, and look, the thing is, they all end up finishing the race, which is getting that guy, going back to that guy. Her case, this girl is going to be trying to go back to that guy. This is when a female comes running back after no contact and all that stuff, right? And then this case is, of course, she gets to the end of that guy, but that's actually her being at the end because she picked that guy. She didn't wait. She took that guy because, oh yes, this is the guy for me. She didn't play around. She didn't treat him like a joke, play games with him. She didn't take him not like a lightly thing. She took him serious. So she is actually finishing the finish line with the guy at the end. And yeah, what happens is a lot of times females get to the end, and this is where, the grass is not green on the other side, or you know what, you are that guy. So that end, when she comes back, you can say it like that, she comes back to your side because the grass wasn't green on the other side. She couldn't stay on that side. When she comes back, she's wishing, she's wanting, she's needing, she's searching, she's lurking. Where are you at? She's now there at that finish line. And remember, that finish line could be because she hit the wall. The finish line could be because she just has such a nasty attitude that every single guy can't deal with. There's different reasons, and I was gonna keep going to get y'all to get it, but maybe y'all got it. Give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't. And we're almost done the video, so let me just finish with the finish line. But finish line for a lot of females is just lonely at the end, really. And it just sucks that it's lonely at the end because what they really do end up wanting is you now. What they do understand now is that you are the best. You were supposed to be the one for her, and she could have had you. And that's why y'all don't decrease your value or don't ruin it for yourself where, okay, well, she can have me now, or she's here, or she came back, or she didn't pick him, she's picking. Don't do that. And never, do I gotta say it, never get excited. I have to tell y'all, maybe it's just a good reminder, but never get excited. Because a lot of these females will just really make you feel good when they just want you now. And a lot of females can make you feel all types of ways. And some of them are trying to put you down. But fellas, if you're trying to improve your mind, if you're trying to elevate, boost your confidence, go ahead and get the audio affirmation by clicking that link down below. You get it playing and you play it while you are sleeping. It relaxes you and it helps you have a better sleep, boosts you, and it works while you are sleeping. So if you're anxious, if you are not driven, if you don't know where to start, if you need confidence, this is where y'all need to go to. Click that link after this video and get it rolling, fellas. You will see over time the change in your life. And it starts all in here because y'all know mind is everything. Mind is key. Mentally being strong. And it will be so crazy to see it all happen. Don't y'all want to be a better, or let's say the best version of yourself? I would think so. Make sure you do check out that link. But back to how a female would make you feel away. She's putting things in your head. She's saying things to you. And yet you're over here now saying, you know what, I should take you back. You decided to pick me now, or you learned your lesson. That's not what you guys got to be doing. I did say it will decrease your value. And yet, y'all will still be like, well, maybe she learned her lesson for real, or she changed. No, you have to let her only come back when she changed. As in, oh man, Wasana, she won't even let me pick up a single thing. And this has been 2 weeks. Oh, that's change. And that's because y'all been living together and she hasn't cleaned, or she has a hard time cleaning every single day. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that's one example. In your case, it could fall back to attitude. In your case, it could fall back into something that she likes to do, something that she likes to wear. Everybody is different situations, right? But back to, you got to figure out, why should she be picking you now? Because really the value is you. If the grass is not green on the other side and it comes right back to you, how do you keep your value? So the big picture is that a lot of y'all actually have more value than you think. But yeah, when a woman comes back, or you did whatever you got to do to get her to come back, or let's just say you did what you got to do just in general, what you should be doing for yourself to better yourself, and she comes back, in that case, y'all are, when I said excited, y'all are over here opening the door, and this finish line, back to that finish line, we got to, of course, add some more, but back to this finish line, y'all, oh my gosh, this is what just gets me. Y'all are there. Instead, when she's over here supposed to be alone, and this is how some females are really feeling, she knows, we knew it all along. You were going to be there at the finish line. And this is where the grass will not ever be green on the other side. Because the way you have to now view it is that, oh man, she thought that she couldn't get you in this process that took for her to get to that finish line of wanting you. She thought that, wow, this guy really moved on. She thought that, wow, he's at the best place of his life right now. He's at look at where he's living. Look at how much he's making. Wow. And so she's thinking that process of before getting to the finish line, this is how she's feeling. This is what's impacting her. And this is what's making her want to come right back to you, which is the end of that finish line. And then right back to when she gets to the end of that finish line, you are ruining your chances. So all this value that you brought to yourself of elevating, being better, all this value of not giving emotion, being emotionally unavailable. And there's plenty of things, but there's certain stuff that y'all should know as a fella that you're doing that makes you look worse, that is bad, that you shouldn't be doing. When all those things that you did do, though, to make you beneficial, when all those things go down the drain, it will all be because you wanted to take a woman back that never even wanted you, that now gave you the basic little crumbs that y'all wanted, and it made you get excited enough to go ahead and take her right back. Right. So I try to tell a lot of y'all fellas is the viewpoint of what she sees of you. It's her point. It's her point of view. Literally, it's, well, I see a guy that's going to always take me back. I see a weak guy. But yeah, when the grass is not green on the other side, is that guy, I can't get to him. Man, things have changed. And fellas, today could have been almost a 30 or, at least a 25-minute video. But your girl be watching or whatever. And, we got to keep our time accurate or whatever. So I'm going to wrap up now. Really just to get you. And I want to always elaborate with, like, my stories. The finish line story, I like it, But I'll just go ahead and wrap up now to say, if you go ahead and keep your value, when grass stays green on the other side for you, you will not be there. And you'll keep her chasing. Actions will determine legit if she wants you and also the value that she sees in you, how much she actually respects you. All right, so I thank y'all once more for watching. Told y'all I do have a Patreon and you can book a consultation with me. Make sure you check that link down below, all the links actually. And don't forget about your affirmation that you can be playing while you're sleeping. And that's it for this video. Y'all will see me in my next. Bye, y'all.